Hello, 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 and welcome to a little bit of this and that talk with Miss Mouth Almighty. I just want to say hello to my soon and upcoming subscribers. For those of you who've been tuning in, I've only posted 2 videos. I want to thank you for your views. But at the same time, I want to apologize because I haven't been consistent. I've been busy, guys, but I'm going to try to get it back to where it needs to be. So I'm coming back because I would like to talk about Lizzo. So I'm not sure if you all know, but Lizzo is being sued by 3 of her dancers who have been touring with her. And also, I'm not sure if you all know, Lizzo had like a reality show where she was auditioning people to dance, to be backup dancers for her on her show. And I believe this is how she found the 3 plaintiffs who are now suing her for sexual harassment and body shaming. Can you even believe that? Yeah, you heard it right. Lizzo is being sued by 3 of her former backup dancers for sexual harassment and body shaming. Now, from what I understand, they state that Lizzo had went to an after party after one of her concerts one night or something. They were invited, they went, but allegedly she did not tell them that this after party was going to involve nudity by some of the participants at the party. So they go in, and allegedly there were women there with no clothes on, absolutely. And if you read some of the facts and some of the statements that the attorneys put out there, it's online, y'all. So you can pull it up at any time. It was stated that the women allegedly states that Lizzo kind of pressured one of the dancers into feeling the breasts of another individual who was at this party, and that actually pressuring them to catch dildos that were ejected out of the vaginas of some of the ladies who were there, as well as eat bananas from certain body parts of some of the ladies who were there at this party as well. So these are some of the allegations that 3 of the dancers had put out there towards Lizzo. They also stated that she was not the most pleasant person to work with, that she was cursing at them, she was body shaming them. They had been away, maybe let's say for 2 weeks, a month or something like that. And when they came back, one of the alleged plaintiffs allegedly stated that, Lizzo kind of ensued like, hey, excuse me, what have you been doing? You look like maybe you should walk, let's just say. So instead of her coming out stating to the dancer, it looks like you've gained some weight, she kind of went into it in a roundabout way. This is what the alleged plaintiff is saying. And it's just kind of it's funny because they've been on morning talk shows talking about this, and they're stating that they went along with it because they were scared to lose their jobs. So the one dancer who admitted to touching the breasts of the woman who was at the party, she was like, hey, I was scared to lose my job. I needed the money, so I just went along with it, but I was really uncomfortable. But I have a lot to say about this, guys. And then I just found out today that after the alleged harassment, that these 3 individuals re-signed. You heard it. They re-signed a contract to go back on tour with her after the alleged sexual harassment and body shaming took place. So I'm confused. Maybe you're not confused, but I am. But I do have a lot to say about this. So, they were basically saying, they were afraid to lose their jobs and everything like that. So my thing is she like the only entertainer out there where you could be a backup dancer for? you could start your own business teaching dance to anybody. There are other celebrities out there that you can audition for. You can make your videotapes for to become backup dancers. I mean, you may have to hustle, but these are things that you can do. So to say, I was scared to lose my job. I don't know. I guess because I'm the type of person who I always spoke up. I always spoke up. If something was wrong, I would say something. If I didn't feel comfortable with doing something at work, I wouldn't do it. Whether I was going to get written up or reprimanded in some kind of way or not, if it doesn't feel right or if I know it's wrong, I'm not doing it. So to say, oh, I did this because, I was in fear of losing my job, I don't know. I don't know if I can buy that. But then you sign on to do more tour dates with her after the alleged sexual harassment and body shaming. I really need to know what you all think in the comments because this was a little crazy to me. So let me get this right. I'm going to sue my employee and accuse my employee of sexually harassing me and body shaming me, but yet I'm going to sign on to continue to do tours with her. Although I feel comfortable, although I feel uncomfortable, and she's done these things to me. She's yelled at me. She's cursed at me. She's, defamed my character. She made me do things to people that I didn't want to do. She made me now. Okay. Because I was in fear of losing my job. But although all these things have happened and they made me feel a certain type of way, I'm going to re-sign with her. I don't know. And then you go on TV onto all of these, you go to all of these little news shows, to tell your story. I don't know how smart that was. I really don't know. I'm questioning a lot of things, I'm not sure, did and please, I'm not making light of this because I take sexual harassment very seriously, as well as body shaming, because nobody has the right to sexually harass anybody. Let's get that straight. Okay, let me be very clear on that. Period. Nobody has the right to do that. That's a violation. Period. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Okay, it's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. So that's number one. Body shaming, stop. If you feel a certain type of way about people and their shape, and if they're a little bit overweight, or if they're a lot of overweight, or if they're a little underweight, or if they're a lot underweight, that's their business. You don't know what that person is going through. You have no right to body shame. Keep your negative comments, basically, I'm saying, to yourself, because it's not necessary to body shame people. Take a look at yourself, right? Take a look at yourself first. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to Lizzo. Okay, so Lizzo has been like this spokesperson for the big girls, if you will. Years and years ago, a decade or so ago, a couple of decades ago, Monique the comedian, she was the same way. She was like the spokesperson for the big girls. Hey, I'm big, and big girls can do this and big girls can do that, and she was a comedian, and a lot of people thought she was funny, but she was also a voice for the big girls. She wanted society to know, look, just because we're big doesn't mean that we can't do anything. Stop coming down on us because we are big. And now here we have Lizzo, who just won an award. Was it a Grammy award or was it an Emmy award or something, where she gave a speech and she was like, I'm just so happy for somebody who looks like me, who's fat like me, who's black like me, to be able to receive an award like this. So Lizzo has been very vocal about body shaming. If you look at her gram pages, you understand what I'm saying? She's been very vocal. A couple of years ago, she was taking pictures of herself with like bathing suits on, just showing like her body, like this is me and this is who I am. Whether it's muscle that you're looking at or whether it's flat, but this is who I am and I'm happy about it. I'm not ashamed to be me. So she's been very vocal about this body shaming thing. And to now hear that she's been body shaming other people who may have a pound or two more than other people, I'm really surprised. So in my mind, I'm like, wait a minute. Were you doing this? I mean, let's be real. sometimes when people make it and they become celebrities, sometimes it goes to their heads and they feel like they can talk to people any kind of way. Let's be very clear. We know this, right? And then they're like, I mean, let's just be very clear about what's happening, what's going on. So did it go to her head and she felt like she could talk to these ladies any kind of way? Was she body shaming them? Like, it's really hard for me to believe that, because again, she's been very vocal about this on her Instagram pages, on talk shows. I mean, she's been very vocal. So I'm not quite sure which way I want to go with this. I just really need to find out more information about this. And are the three alleged victims, are they telling the truth? Are they trying to extort money from her? I have to play devil's advocate. I have to look at all sides of this thing, right? Lizzo, did your head get so big that now you feel like you could talk to people any kind of way? Did your head get so big because maybe you lost a couple of pounds and now you feel like people who maybe a little thicker than you are, or then a little thicker like you used to be, maybe you feel like you could talk down to them now because you got a couple of dollars? I mean, is that what it is? Like, I don't know. But I just wanted to put it out there. Lizzo is being sued for sexual harassment and body shaming. Now, when they said sexual harassment, I'm like, okay, so what did she do personally to you? So maybe I need to go back and I need to define what sexual harassment is, because they never said that, from my recollection, from when I was watching them, I don't recall hearing them say that she touched them inappropriately or anything like that. I mean, I just heard the one girl say that, she kept, pressuring her to touch the breast of the other woman. So if that's sexual harassment from someone, again, I need to go back and I need to re-educate myself on the definition of sexual harassment. Or maybe they're just not putting it out there of the things that allegedly Lizzo may have done or said to them that is a form of sexual harassment. I do not know. But I just wanted to put it out there. She's being sued, y'all. And she has been so accomplished within the last couple of years. I mean, she's been on these morning talk shows singing her songs. She, like I said, she just won an award. I mean, she's on tour. I mean, she's really just been doing her thing. And it seems like she's been happy. So I'm not sure where all of this is coming from. I'm not sure why all of this came about. But to re-sign with her after you brought these allegations onto your employer, for me, that's a red flag. All right. I just want to say thank you for listening. What do you guys think? Please comment below. Please subscribe. Come on, y'all, subscribe. Let's start building this channel. But I have to be consistent too. I know. But let's start building this channel. And thank you for listening. This is a little bit of this and that talk with your host, Miss Mouth Almighty. I'll be coming at you later with another story. Thank you for listening. See ya at another time. Enjoy the rest of your day.